because it's very celebratory, because it seeks to search out the best, and the global and the globally accessible in women's fiction. It allows somebody, potentially a new writer, to earn their living doing the thing that they love, and maybe not to have to supplement that by having another job. So it's very invaluable in that way. It's very, very good for book sales in a tricky climate, and people still they always want a story, but they also seem to want books as actual tactile things, particularly, the hardbacks, which is very exciting to me. I think it's one of the great joys of life, and the fact that this celebrates women's fiction is also good, because in the past women have been sidelined, and this is an old argument, but when people say why the Women's Prize, you may as well say why not. It's a lovely thing. Well, I think it's an honour to be asked to be part of the selection process, and the excitement is to be amongst peers and people from very different walks of life, usually, which gives a lovely cross-section of comment on the entrance. It's a task. There's a lot of reading. There's a lot of reading to do, but it's one I'm happy to accept, and I think I will learn a lot in the process, as much from the books as about debate, about different attitudes to existence. That's my hope, anyway. I'm looking for engagement. This is something which isn't just particular to literature. It can happen in many forms in life. You know when you're engaged, you know when you're focused, and that's one of the great tricks and joys of life, is to be concentrated on something. So I'm looking for new ways of saying things. I'm looking for somebody who is reaching out to me as a reader and drawing me in through character, through language, possibly through form. It's very early days in the selection process, but in my reading so far, there have been a couple of real standouts and a couple of slightly frustrating books, because they have some, but not all of the elements that you're looking for, or it's sporadic, which is, then you ask yourself, is that down to editing, or what is the reason for this? Because there's obviously a voice there. I think maybe the result is what I'm looking forward to, in that being able to enable somebody who maybe has not had that opportunity before. Now, it may not be the case. It may be that there's an established writer who comes through as the winner in this particular competition. I can't say, but I think that's it's a very gratifying idea. But I'm sure the debate will be fun along the way. They're going to be introduced to something they haven't had before. There will also be a short list of 6 books which will be presented, and will go on to achieve very good sales as a result of the exposure from this competition. And the long list is 20 books, and that will be out there as well for people to form their own judgment. So they'll get that many numbers of new journeys, which is wonderful. And as long as you remember to turn your phone off and your computer off and your children off and your whatever else off, you'll be in another world, which is what we enjoy so much about reading.